here's an interesting stat. So Mason Graham recorded a 43% pass rush win rate against the Packers. The average for defensive tackle is 9. That's from Seth Walder, one of the analytics geeks. That's how good he was against the Packers, and he just continues to kind of elevate. It's going to be interesting to see what they get from Mason Graham. He's been really good against the run too. I don't want to poo-poo that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's been some rookie moments for Mason, but I think they've been few and far between. That's any rookie. There's going to be mistakes made at times, but I think he's been awesome. And part of, a lot of people. There's always whenever, especially when I'm doing the podcast, there's always people who are like, "Why don't we talk more about Mason Graham? Like he's the number 5 overall pick from this past year." And I think it's funny. Like defensive tackle isn't really unless you are Aaron Donald, right? Defensive tackle is not like a glam position. Like you don't really talk about those guys that often. They kind of do a lot of the dirty work. They're not getting the sacks often, like Myles Garrett does or like a Micah Parsons does. And so they kind of do fly under the radar that way. And Mason definitely flies under the radar just because of his personality, and he's very like doesn't say a lot, kind of muted in the things that he says. He's very much a Kevin Stefanski, perfect prototypical player in terms of what he talks about and how he speaks. And so I just think like we don't really talk about him as much, and we don't necessarily notice him as much. But when you go back and watch the games over and you really hone in on what he's doing, you can see him causing problems in the backfield. Even if he's not getting the tackle, he's redirecting the runner to a different place, and then somebody else is cleaning it up. So there's been a lot to like from him, and obviously his rookie teammate on the defense and Carson Swessinger, who's also been brilliant for this team. Signs of a bright future that both those guys get to sort of be anchors on this defense, and it's been a lot of fun to watch.